Alrighty folks, welcome back to the channel. Hope you are all doing well and you are getting those kilometers in on Zwift and hopefully outside as well. You join me today for stage 4 of Sisu Pinkki, where I am currently leading category B. Now this is an individual time trial, which is very much not my strong point. I'm much more of a surging kind of power kind of person, as opposed to being able to put down a very steady kind of power, which is really what you want for TT. So we will have to see how I go today. From looking at the results so far, I have seen that someone put down a 36-minute time in Cat B. To take the preliminary lead. So I really want to put something down equal to or even slightly better than that. So here we go. Alrighty, so today's course for all of this fun and games is Beach Island Loop, 2 laps. It is 13.1 kilometers per lap with a wild elevation of only 44 meters. So this is flat and fast. So starting out at the main Watopia village, you go west, round the volcano, back east, round through the islands, and then back to the village again. So knowing this is around about 35 minutes, I'm going to aim for sort of FTP effort of around about 320-ish watts. Just giving a little wave there to my teammate, Kei Chasan. Thank you very much for joining me on this. It's good to have somebody else to race with, a friendly face that you know. And unfortunately there, you just spotted me have a little issue with my steerer. It decided I'd waited so long in the pen that it turned itself off, so I had to quickly turn that back on. Trying to use the steerer actually to cut the corners and try and reduce the actual amount of travel time as much as possible. Now I have sped up the video for the majority of the race purely because, well, individual team time trial is not that exciting to watch. So yeah, sped it up for the majority of the race for you all. So this is actually going to be quite a short video. Not only was it a short race, but I've also sped up most of it. So at this point, I'm trying to keep that sort of 320, 330 watts. Really trying to just, a couple of other people, a couple of Cat A riders just ahead of me, just trying to keep their pace. Just to kind of, as a guideline, trying to use the steerer as much as possible to try and cut those corners. And just try and keep as steady a pace as possible. Remember, folks, fast is smooth and smooth is fast. So yeah, just trying to ensure that everything goes as smoothly as possible. So for today's bike choice, Zwifter Bikes did suggest the Cadex Tri with the DT Swiss die-cut 85 discs. Unfortunately, that's not a bike I own. It's not a bike I find particularly pretty, and I can't actually bring myself to purchase it. I think it's one of the ugliest bikes in Zwift, and I refuse to purchase it. I have the Canyon Speedmax, the CF SLX disc, which on this course is only 1 second slower, also with the DT Swiss die-cut 85 discs, and I just think it's a much prettier bike. Really, performance matters. Probably should be going the KDX, but I just can't bring myself to do it. What do you think, folks? Do you think it's an ugly bike? Leave a comment in the comment section what you think. But personally, for me, I am more than happy to give up 1 second of time to ride a bike I like the look of. Alrighty, I'm back to the race, and somehow I managed to get the fastest time over the sprint section, which I was pretty happy with. So near coming up on 20 kilometers in, 28 minutes down, only 5 kilometers to go, and I'm in a little bit of a battle here with this H bomb person to keep position. Even so, draft has actually been disabled on this, so it doesn't matter really if you follow a person or not. There's no draft effect at all, so it really makes no difference where you sort of position yourself. This is just simply a mental battle of trying to be faster than somebody else. And I do actually catch up to this person in Marthvia and do actually overtake them, which I was pretty happy. Oh, then they've come back again. And now we're into the final 500 meters. Ooh, the rain has come down, all looking very British. 400 meters, all right, and I am beginning to ramp up the power. Got to empty the tank here. Give it everything for that last little section. Still putting out 47 kilometers an hour. All right, out of the saddle. Here we go. Yep, give it everything. Empty the tank. And bang, over the line for a total time of 35:44. And you can see how ruined I am. But confirmed first category B in this race. So stoked again. Hopefully this puts me in a good placing again in the GC. Spoiler alert, it does. And I stay top, which I'm absolutely stoked for. However, this does mean that I am now only 6 points away from being promoted into category A using the new ZRS point system. So essentially, I can't win category B. I can either sandbag, in which case I don't win, or I just continue on competing as hard as I can and I get promoted to A. And I always said to myself that I would never sandbag, so category A it is. Just ending the ride here, and I get a nice little bonus of an FTP increase. Now at 319 watts. So absolutely stoked with that. Just taking a quick picture. My target for Amy's Grand Fonda was to reach 300, and I'm now at 319. So well ahead of target. I've still got 16 weeks until Amy's. So training is going incredibly well. Now I just need to get myself to the weight level that I need to be. And then I think I'm going to be fairly competitive at Amy's. Until then, we still have another 3 stages of Pinkki, and I will see you on Saturday for the next stage. Until then, stay rubber side down and have a fabulous week. Ride safe. See ya.